Grandma lined the kids up by the garage door like she was checking in campers. Matching red shirts, mouse ears with their names and glitter, lanyards with little plastic pouches. "Okay, our grandkids first," she said, clapping. My sisters 3 lined up, my brothers 2. 5 backpacks with embroidered names waited on the folding table, each with a tag that said, "Nana's Grandchildren Disney Trip 2026. Maya stood next to me in her regular t-shirt, twisting the hem. Ben bounced on his toes. He'd drawn a crayon map of Disneyland and folded it into a careful rectangle. We'd brought it as a surprise for Nana to help plan, because that's what I told them last week, when I found out they weren't invited and didn't know how to say it. Grandma passed out the lanyards. "These are for the kids going," she said when she got to Maya and Ben. She tucked the last one over my sister's littlest's head instead. He was 2. He cried because the strap felt weird. Grandma cooed and adjusted it. Maya looked up at me. "Which one is mine?" I swallowed. My hand shook. "They didn't make us any," I heard myself say, as if I were talking about napkins at a barbecue and not my child's heart. My sister laughed a bright, fake laugh. "Oh, silly. It's just for family," she said, already aiming her phone for a boomerang. Number blessed. Ben held out his drawing. "For you, Nana," he said. Grandma glanced at it. She put it on the table behind the backpacks, on top of a stack of Costco paper plates. "That's sweet, honey," she said. Not unkindly, but like I'd handed her a free sample coupon. Maya stared at the table. "Why is our name not on there?" she whispered. The garage smelled like sunscreen and coffee. My brother's wife yelled from the driveway. "We got to go if we want to make rope drop." Everyone cheered. My dad did that 2-finger whistle he used to do at my softball games. I stood there, throat tight. I thought of the minivan payment I'd made the day before for my sister. Of the transfer I'd sent my mom Friday so her electric wouldn't be cut off. Of the family phone plan bill, in my name, charging my card like clockwork. My daughter asked, quiet as a paper cut. "Why don't they love us?" I didn't answer. I took her hand. I picked up Ben's drawing before the wind took it, and I watched my family drive away while my kids stood on hot concrete in front of a row of empty lawn chairs. I'm 38. I live in Round Rock, just north of Austin. I'm a manager at a food supply company. Spreadsheets are my love language. I'm married to Eli, who installs commercial HVAC. We have 2 kids. Maya, 9, who we adopted at 5 after fostering her for a year, and Ben, 7, our surprise son, who showed up like a storm and never stopped asking questions. I was the steady one in my family. Oldest child, organized. I was the first to buy a house. The first to have a 401k. The one who read lease contracts for everyone else. Who set up auto pay for my parents because Mom forgets. When my dad's hours got cut 2 winters ago, I opened a joint checking account with my mom so the utilities wouldn't bounce. It felt kind. It felt simple. That account was simple at first. I put $500 in on the first of every month. It paid their electric, water, internet. Then it started doing more. Property tax, escrow shortfalls, a new hot water heater. Then my sister's minivan loan got hiccups, and that payment somehow landed there too. $389 on the 15th, just for a few months, she said. Those months turned into a year. I added her to my family phone plan in the meantime, because her kid's school needed a stable number to reach her. "I'll PayPal you," she said. It was too small to argue about in the moment. It was always too small to argue about in the moment. My brother never asked for much directly, but his wife would send lists at Christmas. The girls are into American Girl now, with links. My mom would forward me her prescription reminder emails with no text, just, "Need refills by Tuesday." I paid for my parents' 40th anniversary trip to Fredericksburg, since they never do anything nice for themselves, and then watched as my sister posted photos with the caption, "We're so blessed to have generous parents." My name didn't appear. The first time my parents called Maya not really ours. It was casual. "We love Maya. my mom said to her sister, stirring coffee. Even if she's not blood, I told myself. It was an old person thing. Words. They weren't good with words. When Maya asked why her name wasn't on a stocking above Grandma's fireplace last Christmas, my mom said, "Oh, honey, those were knit when you were little," to my sister's son. My mom promised to order another. It never appeared. Maya pretended not to care. I bought her a rainbow stocking with her name in gold glitter for our house. I told myself next year would be better. I bought matching tickets to the Round Rock Express and filled a cooler with Capri Sun so the cousins could all go together. My dad got a stomach thing at the last minute. My sister couldn't swing the gas. They sent a photo of the kids at a different game 2 weeks later. Number family time. Maya asked if we weren't family. I shook my head no, without even meaning to, because sometimes honesty slips out by accident. They took the grandkids to Schlitterbahn last summer and sent 30 photos to the group chat. Maya saw them pop up on the iPad. She turned it face down. I started a text, deleted it, started again. Next time, please include. Backspaced it to nothing. I set my phone upside down and helped her build a Lego set instead. I kept paying. The joint account went from $500 a month to over $900 most months. The phone bill hit my card at $228.64 like sunrise. My sister's PayPal payments were sporadic and apologetic. $40 here, nothing there. Bank messed up, she said. I covered my parents' propane in December because Texas decided to be Mars-level cold again. The total on my spreadsheet for family support in 2025 was $11,418.13. I know because I color-coded it green. The Disney thing had been a "this is a dream Nana has" for years when the youngest is old enough to remember. I helped pick the week that worked with my sister's custody schedule. I looked up flight alerts. I bookmarked a condo with bunk beds. When I finally realized we weren't invited, it was because my mom said almost cheerful, "It'll be simpler with just the 5 kids. Everyone else will get their turn." She said kids like mine were adults. I said, "We can pay for our flights." She said, "It's not about money." And then she sent me her water bill with a frown face. By the time they handed out those embroidered backpacks in the garage, I was the person who made their life function. They called me when the internet went out. They texted me photos of letters from the county because mail scared them. I was the one who wired $3,200 to a roofing guy when hail hit. I was the one who fixed the family group text when my dad got a new Android and broke the blue bubbles. I told myself, doing all that meant we were knitted together. That money was care. That care would be enough for my kids to be let in. Watching Maya look at that table with 5 names and not hers, I knew I'd been wrong. We went home. I made pancakes even though it was almost lunchtime. Ben put too much syrup. Maya took one bite and pushed hers around her plate. Eli rinsed the bowls when we were done. He dried his hands on a dish towel and looked at me. "We don't beg to be loved," he said. "He keeps words like a jar of screws. He takes out only what he needs." "I know," I said. My hands still felt buzzy. My phone buzzed, too. A text from my sister. "Made it through security. The kids are so excited." Number blessed family. A photo came through. Kids in those mouse ear headbands. My mom in a denim jacket. My dad making his coach face like he was about to win regionals. 5 backpacks lined up like a punchline. I opened my laptop. It was a reflex. In crisis, I do tasks. The joint account sat on my bank's homepage. The nickname I'd given it in a soft moment years ago. Bridge ending in 4,432. Balance $6,324.18. Auto pays listed below like a recipe. City of Round Rock Utilities first, variable. Peter Nala's Electric Cooperative fifth, varies, average $162. Spectrum Internet ninth, $79.99. Travis County Tax Office quarterly, $600 in April, July, October, January. Lonier Bank Auto Loan SMS 15th, $389. AT&T Mobility 22nd, $228.64. Netflix $15.49. Zelle to Mom, first $500. I stared at it. I could hear Maya and Ben in the other room arguing about whether the red crayon was actually red or orange red. I could hear my own heartbeat in my ear. I clicked Manage Payments. It wasn't dramatic. It was a checkbox. I unchecked Lonier Bank Auto Loan first. A pop-up asked, "Are you sure you want to cancel this automatic payment?" I clicked yes. I took a breath. I unchecked Zelle to Mom next. Yes. AT&T Mobility. Yes. One by one. Like pulling burrs out of a sock. Then I clicked Close Account. Another pop-up. Closing this account will cancel all scheduled payments. Available balance will be transferred to your linked account ending in 182. It asked for a reason. Drop-down menu. I chose account no longer needed. It asked for my password. I typed it. It sent a verification code to my phone. I put the code in. The bank showed a little spinning circle, then a green check mark. Account closed. Confirmation number CB593122. That was the whole thing. No swelling music, no courtroom speech, a green check mark. I moved the $6,324.18 to our emergency fund. Then I clicked over to a travel site because motion felt easier than stillness. 3 weeks. I had 2 weeks of PTO stacked, and I could take another unpaid if I planned right. Eli could line up jobs around it. Flights to London were cheapest if we did a midweek departure. We had points on my travel card sitting there because we'd never taken a real vacation that wasn't a cousin's wedding or a parent's crisis. I built it the way I build budgets. London, Paris, Amsterdam, trains between. A cheap flat near a market in each city. Kitchens so we wouldn't eat out every night. Museum tickets booked ahead for mornings when kids are in best mood. Parks starred on the map. We'll do a boat on the Seine. I typed into notes. Maya loves boats. Total after using miles. $918 for flights, taxes, and fees. $2,185 for Airbnbs. $312 for Eurorail passes. $400 cushion for gelato and baguettes. I could hear my mother's voice in my head. Who needs 3 weeks in Europe? I closed my eyes until that voice sounded far away. I printed the confirmations. Passports sat in the top drawer of our hall table, blue and neat. I laid them next to the paper. I took a photo with my phone. I posted it to my socials. Just one photo, no faces, no brag. Caption: just us back in a few weeks, no hashtags. Within an hour, my sister called. I let it go to voicemail. Then she called again. I picked up on the third. "How can you afford?" She started before I even said hello. She sounded breathless, like she'd run to the gate. "Easy," I said. My voice surprised me. It sounded like I was ordering coffee. "I stopped paying for the family. What is that supposed to mean?" She went sharp and small. "My car payment didn't go through. Mom just called me from the airport crying. The electric." I closed the bridge account, I said. "As of today, you'll need to set up your own payments." "You're choosing money over family," she said, triumphant like she'd caught me in a moral fail. "No," I said. "I'm refusing to fund a family my kid isn't part of." Silence. Then, "You're heartless. It's not your money anyway." It is my money," I said, "and I'm not your bank." I hung up. I put my phone face down. My hands no longer shook. They were steady and a little cold, like when you turn the faucet too far to the left. I sent one email to my parents and my siblings. Subject: account closed. As of 2:17 p.m. today, the joint account ending in 4,432 is closed. All auto pays are canceled. The remaining balance was transferred to my personal account. Please update your vendors with your own billing information. This is not a discussion. I will not be funding your bills or loans going forward. Beverly. Then I picked up Ben's drawing and taped it to our fridge. My phone turned into a machine. Missed call. Missed call. Buzz. Mom, this is not a good day to do this. Then, we're about to board. Your sister is hysterical. Then, why are you punishing everyone? With 3 crying emojis. I typed, have a great trip. We'll talk when you're back. Deleted. I'm not punishing. I'm protecting. Deleted. I sent nothing. There's a relief in not explaining yourself to people who already chose their story. Eli filled the cat bowl and watched me. You good? Yeah, I said, like you say it when you're halfway across a log over a creek. An ant. I heard there's drama. Call me. I didn't. Marisol DM'd. I saw that post. Proud of you. My kids asked where Maya and Ben were. It was ugly. I wrote, thank you. Sat in my car, cried 1 clean minute, wiped my face, and started a load of towels. They posted nonstop. By day 2, my sister had 247 photos. Parades, ice cream, churros, number blessed family. Mom tagged me in a so happy post. I untagged myself. Ben scrolled, then handed me my phone like it was on fire. Maya stopped asking questions. She drew a boat and a tower and wrote just us in careful 2nd grade handwriting. Day 3. Mom left a voicemail from a bench outside. It's a small world. We can talk when we get back, she said in that old scolding voice. You can't just abandon your mother. She said mother, like a title. Day 5. Dad called. He doesn't call. We'll pay you back, he said, like that was the issue. Your sister can't lose the van. School is coming, and the drop-off line is long. You know we're not rich. I know, I said. I won't be putting your bills on my accounts anymore. You'll need to talk to your bank, Dad. Then it shifted from begging to blame. My sister, you humiliated us, doing it while we're on the trip, vindictive. I pictured Maya at my kitchen table, eyes down, and didn't reply. If this was vindictive, what was the backpack thing? They got home sunburned. Mom texted, we're coming by. We need to talk. I wrote, we are not available. She came anyway because my family believes doors exist to be knocked on until they open. I met her on the porch. Eli stayed inside within earshot, sorting Legos with Ben. Mom looked tired and puffy. We counted on you, she said. We are family. We are, I said. But you invited 5 kids on a grandchildren trip and not my 2, and you still expected me to pay your bills. It was Nana's dream. She tried. It was confusing to include. It's complicated. It's only complicated because you made it so, I said. Maya asked me why you didn't love her. I'm not putting her in that position again. You're overreacting. I'm done paying, I said. Phones, cars, utilities, taxes. I'll always be your daughter. I will not be your ATM. We gave you life, she said, soft and theatrical. You did, I said, and I'm grateful. I'm also a mother. My kids come first. She left after trying guilt, nostalgia, and logistics. An hour later. The electric is due on the 5th. Just tell me if you're going to let it get cut. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Eli and I folded laundry in silence, the kind where you can hear the dryer click in your own breath. The light stayed on. The van didn't get towed. September came. I saw her in the pickup line. She pretended not to see me. The 1st of the month came and went. No alerts, no auto pays draining me. For the first time in years, my balance stayed where I left it. At work, I told my boss I'd take 3 weeks in late June. He raised his eyebrows. Finally. He didn't ask questions. He just looked like he recognized burnout when he saw it. The Friday before we flew out, my nephew biked over, 12. He handed me a drawing Maya made him months ago, a superhero with their 2 faces. I'm sorry about the trip, he blurted. Grandma said it was Nana's dream, but I think it's dumb. I wish they went. The world tilted half a degree toward right. We left before dawn. Hoodies, snacks, passports clutched like newborns. On the plane, Maya pressed her forehead to the window. Ben asked if we were already above the ocean over Dallas. He whispered, "Just us," and grinned. London. Fruit at a market by the river. Paris. Up the tower. City like toys. Amsterdam. Bikes, ducks, stocking crumbs. No one called my kids not really ours. A bakery woman handed Maya a pastry and said, "My love." Ben drew boats on napkins and gave them to strangers who thanked him and meant it. At night, we played Go Fish with a deck missing the King of Hearts. 1 photo per city. I posted none. Back home in October, I embroidered our names on 4 plain stockings and hung them on our own mantle. We could make our own calendar. I bought 2 thrift store dining chairs and painted them sky blue. Thanksgiving, my parents hosted theirs. Without us. I posted maple glazed carrots on my stovetop instead. Dinner for 4. In December, Marisol asked to bring her kids to decorate cookies. We're doing our own thing this year. Sprinkles covered my rug. Maya leaned on Marisol when she got tired. Ben fell asleep with green frosting on his cheek. A candy cane stuck to his hand. New Year's Day, I replaced the old magnet alphabet with a frame holding Ben's crayon Disneyland map. It wasn't revenge or triumph. It was a boundary made visible. Mom sent a January card, her and Dad in a diner. "We miss you." No apology, no mention of money. I left it on the table anyway. I'm not made of metal. The joint account stayed closed. My spreadsheet has a new tab. Us. 4 lines. Mortgage, groceries, savings. Fun. It looks like air. Clean. Simple. Ours. Maya came home with a paper crown. Family project. The teacher wrote in purple. She drew us on a boat under a bridge. 4 dots for eyes. 4 smiles. She taped it above the couch and asked, "Do you like it?" I said, "I love it." And that was enough. This story reminds us true family is defined not by blood, but by love and respect. Sometimes the hardest decision is to set boundaries with those we love, but who don't value us. For years, buying your place in the family, it's futile to hope that money will turn into acceptance. But true love is free. It doesn't need justifications and doesn't require payment. When you see that your children are rejected and you are only being used, the choice becomes simple. Protect those who truly matter. Build your own traditions. Create a family where everyone belongs without conditions. Financial support is not the price for love. True relationships don't require constant proof, and your own family should always come first. This is not selfishness.